Hi everyone, it's Anahata. How are you? Welcome to this Thursday's session together where we explore the Anahata Codes. I am the channel of assisting frequencies for holistic health and ascension support. As you may or may not know, the Anahata Codes are used by thousands of people all around the world. And I do have a number of students who have taken my mastery class who have then decided to become certified Anahata Code practitioners. And so we are evolving this modality together. We are seeing what works, we're seeing what needs a little bit more support, and we are kind of working our way into our mastery together. And I am writing a book called Resonance Remembrance. And this book is all about how to come into your power. It's going to be subtitled The Art of The Art of Activating Assisting Frequencies. And guys, that is just the point. This is a activation, a self-activation. So I teach this in my class. Not everyone can access the codes. And this may sound like, whoa, what are you talking about? Doesn't this work for everyone? You know what? It is a different type of modality. All other, or at least most other energy modalities are using a force of energy that comes and assists. With the Anahata Codes, we are not using force at all. It is very much divine feminine energy. This is access to unlimited potential through quantum descriptions of the essence of whatever it is you're asking for assistance with. So whether or not you activate the healing response is very much a personal thing, and there are many reasons why we don't. So Anahata Codes, for that reason, are dynamically orchestrated based upon your unique needs. You cannot overdose, if you will, on the access to the information. It is simply information. Your body is already programmed to seek homeostasis in every way. You have trillions of cells within you, and each of them is programmed to find balance. This is the way nature works. And so with Anahata Codes, there are several things that could be blocking you from accessing the information you need to activate a healing response. And all healing is self-healing. We live in a world where we kind of tend to go to the doctor and they tell us what's wrong with us. And it's very external to us. It's happening to us. It's not a part of us. We've removed the disease away from us, when in fact we are the ones co-creating it. Now, of course, a lot of people don't want to hear that. They become very defensive. Why on earth would I ever be choosing this? And I'm here to tell you, stop looking at it as responsibility, and start looking at it as empowerment. So we have been given free will to co-create the lives we want to live. Dis-ease comes into our physical layer through habitual thoughts and emotions which aren't aligned with who we are. And who we are is unconditional love. That is our source. That is our point of origin. It is the path of least resistance. It is the way we will find happiness, joy, satisfaction, vibrant health, and in all ways be whole. And so when our bodies are in dis-ease, they are telling us something. It is a gift. It is not something that's happening to you, or that you should feel victimized about, because essentially then you give away your power. And so I'm not going to get into a lecture on it, but guys, the sooner you wake up to your potential and realize that you co-create everything in your life, and that you are built in such a way to where if there's something that's not aligned with who you are and your best self, your body's going to give you clues. It's going to say, hey, this isn't working. And the more you dive into what is my body trying to tell me, the more you come into your highest version of yourself, which is fully aligned, fully in bliss, fully aware, fully evolved, and the side effect is vibrant health. And so let's get back to the whole premise of this Thursday's session, and that is removing blocks, removing the blocks to you remembering your wholeness. And so I have just heard from a practitioner in training. She said, someone was saying, now, when shall I expect results? And they figured it would be an immediate thing. Now, absolutely, it is an immediate thing when you allow. And so my answer to her was, when they allow. And most people don't want to hear that. But that is the reality of all healing. When you allow, through your understanding of what it is about your mental and emotional looping that you need to shift into alignment with your highest self, when you allow that transition to occur, you are healed, because you already are whole, healed, and healthy. It's really just the false illusion of separation, fear, and lack of unity that develops into all of the deep-rooted issues that then manifest into physicality. And so the answer is, when you allow yourself to receive, when you, and in this particular case, this person was probably in some sort of victim mode where they have given their power away. And rightfully, I mean, everyone around us, we live in a society where we go to the doctor, they tell us this is wrong with you. We assume it's something external to us, out of our control, and we set about trying to remedy it through their forced prompting of either surgery or pharmaceuticals. Now, I'm not saying that those aren't life-saving. I am saying that there are natural ways to do it. Did you know that in terms of pharmaceuticals, every single drug out there, every single one, there is no exception to this, works because you have a receptor in your brain that is able to attain that information, the chemical information. That means your body, your brain has the ability to create any and all drugs that are on the market, but of course in a natural way. And so we have access to the unlimited pharmacy that is your body. And sometimes we need help in activating those healing responses, but make no, you guys, it's very, there's a thin line. You don't want to tell people, you have the responsibility and you have the power to heal yourselves. If they're in victim mode, they're going to be like, that's, they can't come to terms with they have anything to do with their outcome. Why would they choose that? And again, it's not about choosing one thing or another. It's about not knowing that you have the choice. And it's about discernment, and it's about awakening to your power and understanding that all things can be made whole again by listening to your body, understanding what it's trying to tell you, and then gently shifting into the reality that you have the keys to heal yourself. Again, all healing is self-healing. No healing occurs without your body reacting in such a way that it heals itself. This includes pharmaceuticals and surgery. Now, of course, with those extremes, your body has a lot more work to do to balance the imbalances which are caused because it's not a natural thing. It's a intervention, and it is a force. And so with Anahata Codes, they are certainly not a replacement. I will go to jail for that if I say that. So I have to be very clear, keep doing what you're doing. However, there could be reasons why you aren't activating the assisting frequency. And so let's talk about that. Real quick before we do, I want to see, this is kind of crazy. My group chat function is open. I see it. It says group chat live. And there it is. And I don't see any of your chats again. If you guys are saying hello to me, I do see that there's 5 viewers live. Hello, everyone. So we'll have to see later if my message is available to you, because what's been happening is I've set up the group chat to be live. And now for some reason in my live view, I only see my comments. I don't see yours at all. And then once I stop broadcasting, they all pop up. Now I figured, ooh, maybe I could access it like through my phone instead and just look at that. The problem with that is you're either logged into your YouTube or not. And if I log in as someone just viewing it, this broadcast will end. So that won't work. We have to figure out another way. The whole point of me doing these Thursday sessions is to interact with you all. And it's, you know, a little obstacle we're facing. We've got to figure it out because I need to be able to hear you, you know, and talk to you. And so just for a second, I'm going to see if we can troubleshoot chat. So the chat is live. It says live group chat. And then I see my message from me. It says, hello, everyone, from 1 minute ago, 12:17. Invite people. Bookmark and come back. Send an invite. No, we don't need to invite people because you guys are all here and invited. Microphone on, camera on, bandwidth, settings. I'll check settings and see if there's communications. Yep, that is all working fine. Voice, communications, everything looks and appears to be a go. So this is why I'm so confused. People have been trying to be helpful and send me links on, oh, this is what you need to do, but I'm doing all of that and I still don't understand why I can't see these comments anywhere. Perhaps I need to go to another screen. I'm gonna try that real quick. I'm just gonna go over to, yep, it's a public live feed that's going on right now. The live dashboard. Let me see if I can click on live dashboard and see if this does anything to help. It says it hasn't started streaming yet. Oh, gotcha. I'm on the wrong one. Let's see here. Live now. Hopefully I didn't lose you. Okay, good. We're still going. That's great. I already lost someone. You can play it back and fast forward this part if it's annoying. I know. Oh, for watching, resume on air, live control room. Ooh, I think we may be getting somewhere here, folks. Okay. Info and settings. We are in the live Hangout. Yep, it's all saying that we have enable live chat. Yep, we are enabled apparently. Yeah, it's very interesting. I'm not sure what the deal is, why we can't see each other. It's an issue because I really want to be able to interact with you. That's the whole point of this. Live chat, open a new window. I'm trying it, guys. We're seeing it. Yeah, yay! Oh, yay! I see you guys. Hi, hello. Can you see my message? Oh, hallelujah. Yes, I can. So I'm not sure how we did it, but we did it. Hopefully you can still see me. Yeah, you can. So good. I'm going to close the group chat view that I'm looking at that doesn't relate to what we're doing. And we have it. I'll have to go back and look to see what I did. I don't even know what I did. I just got there and we can see each other now. So thank you. Hallelujah. I can see you both. And anyone joining now, when you type in the chat, I can see you, or I can see your words. So this is great. So awesome, guys. Wonderful. You can feel free to volunteer if you think that you have a potential block to activating an Anahata code, and we can walk through this together, and I can show you what I'm talking about. This is part of the new spreadsheet, which I have not uploaded yet. So it's going to replace the one on anahatacodes.com that you can download, or any link. I had to open a live chat on my phone. Okay, yeah, sorry, Roxanne. Probably so. I just never knew that. How cool that it's Roseanne and Roxanne. And there's only one difference in the letter, S and X. And I wonder what the essence of those letters are, because that is the difference in your names. And how fun that we are live together and that you guys are both. Anyway, I see patterns all the time, and so I view them as messages. usually. So anyway, if either of you, Roseanne or Roxanne, would like to volunteer, I can connect to you quickly and we can see if you have a block to receiving Anahata Codes or not, and then find an assisting frequency which will help you. If you don't want to volunteer, totally fine. I'm going to do a collective code course to show everyone how to do that. And then I am going to try and share my screen and walk you through the new addition to finding and removing. Well, it's not really removing, it's finding and healing the block. It's not always removing. Okay, so we'll just do that. The first step that you take in finding an Anahata code is to set your sacred space. So while we do that, I want to see if I can share my screen with you. Share screen. Entire window, sure. All right, so now you see all this, and hopefully when I minimize, it just goes to the one screen. So this is the screen. Hopefully you're all looking at this right now. If you could chat real quick and tell me that you do see just one screen. I'll type it in here. Do you see the spreadsheet screen only, or is it fractalized? Okay, so hopefully when you're looking at this, it's not what I see, which is window inside a window inside a window inside a window, and it's too hard to see. Hopefully what you see is a spreadsheet of codes, which is what I'm trying to show you all. So please, if someone's watching, let me know if this is in fact what you see correctly. Anyone would be wonderful. And hopefully we didn't lose connection on the live chat. Anyway, lots of logistical stuff going on. I'm going to just open in a new window one more time, see, yeah, no one said anything else. Interesting. Okay, well, perhaps we solved it for a second and maybe not ongoing. So anyone listening, if you can type in anything at all, like hello, that would be awesome. Because now I'm, once again, only seeing the few things that were typed. Ah, got it. Yay, I do see you, so this is good. Beautiful. All right. So let's cruise through this then. Hopefully you can see my spreadsheet, and if not, you'll just have to listen in, and I'll be able to see back on the playback if it is in fact working this way. So we've got a lot of codes to offer. I'm going to do a collective code. I'm going to do a code for the person who just chatted to me. And I'm also going to do a code, show you how to go through if someone has a block. Okay, so the first thing you do is you set your sacred space. Go to hollyhollowell.com if you want to download the free Setting Sacred Space guide. It's not optional. You have to set your sacred space, otherwise you won't be able to muscle test. And so I've already set the sacred space for you all and for this session. But essentially, you would ground your energy down into the earth. You would open your crown chakra. You would ask for an impenetrable wall of protection around you. You would enter your heart space. And all of this, guys, is done through intention, either visual, verbal intention, or mental intention, or both. Of course, both. You can't have one without the other. But you're sanctifying the space so that you don't have any disruptions in the atmosphere that would manipulate your answer, because we are muscle testing, okay? This is why the codes are in A, B, C columns and rows 1 through 8. So as you can see here, the Anahata Codes Assisting Frequencies tab matrix. I hope you all can see that. If not, I'll fix it for next time. But I am sharing my screen, so you should be able to see it. And after I set my sacred space, again, grounded, aligned, we're hydrated, we've had some water, we've sanctified the space spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally. We've got our impenetrable wall of protection set up around our cells, around our body, around the room, around the house you're in. And once you are sanctified, again, you would just ask, do we have an impenetrable wall of protection. And I'm muscle testing with a pendulum, but you can find many resources online to figure out how to get answers through muscle testing. I would recommend taking my master class. I teach you how to muscle test. And someone had asked, well, you know, muscle testing does not work for me at all. And really, guys, the way the answers have been set up in a matrix or a column row format, you don't need to know how to muscle test. All you need to do is set your sacred space, go within, and as you ask the questions for which you don't have the answers, again, when you muscle test, you're asking your higher self, the part of yourself that has direct contact in other dimensions and is around you and giving you messages for your highest good. It's your highest self. It's the one that's most aligned with your true essence, which is unconditional love, and is aware of your past, present, future, and all that is in terms of what are the sources of your dis-ease and how to fix them, right? It has all the answers. And this is why the Anahata Codes are so amazing. The answers that arise are so divine, and you're going, how the heck could I have ever gotten this answer otherwise? And it's true, you really couldn't. You need to muscle test. So I highly recommend learning, but if you can't muscle test for some reason, it's just not working for you, you're not getting reliable yes, no answers, totally fine. What I encourage you to do is to enter your heart space. And again, you can say, I enter my heart space. I dwell within my source point. I connect to Creator, the source of all healing. I accept blessings for all of creation. And provided that you are grounded, aligned, protected, and hydrated, you will be able to go within, close your eyes if it helps, and ask either verbally or in your mind, is there an assisting frequency for highest good for the collective, both watching live and listening back? So guys, this is where the art of asking question is paramount. You can ask yes, no questions and await the answer. It's either a yes or a no. And so it is a yes. And now we find column A, B, or C for the category. There are 24 categories and growing of assisting frequencies, from crystals to flower essences to totem animals to archetypes to sacred shapes to sacred times, and everywhere in between, colors, trees, planetary energies, beautiful gifts, each category offering a unique innate goodness through the codes, which articulate the divine essence of the thing that has already been defined as having what you need to balance. And so the answer is yes, and let's see what the collective has chosen. Column A, so it's column A, odd row, nope, it's even. And again, if you're not muscle testing, you can close your eyes and ask these same questions and wait for a yes, or wait for a row, wait for a column. So really, guys, you just await. You just say, is it A, B, or C, and feel your way into it. Because on the spreadsheet, you cannot see what these categories are. They are just rows and columns. And so we chose A, and we chose even. So now we say, is it A2, A4? So A4 is what we're looking for. Again, you don't need to have a pendulum. You don't need to be able to muscle test. You would have just felt your way into column A, felt your way into, is it row 4? Yes, it's row 4. You just know. And get your mental mind out of the mix and just allow and connect with your source point and let the answers flow to you, as they most certainly will when you are aligned with the part of you that has all these answers. So A4 happens to be love-based assisting frequencies, motions, okay? And if you have an older copy of the codes, you may just want to watch, because I have since separated out fear-based and love-based, and love-based is now in this A4 or whatever it was, and fear-based is now, I think, B8 or something like that. Anyway, they're separate now because they do separate things. So 6 through, and you just scroll down. I'm looking at 104. So we know that there's information on 6 through 104. And now what I do is I just make it so I can't see it. 6 through 104, that's all I need to know. And so is this assisting frequency for highest good of the collective, both listening and watching back? 6 through 50, it is. 6 through 20, it is. 6 through 10, 10 through 15, 10, 11, 11. So guys, you chose 11, we chose 11. And before I read what that is, you can just understand that you would go within and you would ask for a number between 6 and whatever I said, because I don't even remember, 10 something, 104, and await an answer. Like a number will just pop out at you. And if you're doing this on your own, we chose 11, so maybe that number did pop out at you, I'm not sure. But guys, this is beautiful. What we chose as the love-based assisting frequency to help us right now, the collective, is ambitious, okay? So we chose ambitious, and guys, this is where you go find out what is it that you have access to. And so for these types of assisting frequencies, you simply just say, you know, ambitious definition, right, or meaning. So having or showing a strong desire and determination to succeed. Obviously, we know what ambition means, but it helps to surround yourself with what it is that you'll have access to, what it is that's defined within this word that you are going to have the quantum information to activate dynamically. It also is a plan or a piece of work intended to satisfy high aspirations, perhaps difficult to achieve. I don't think you know, high aspirations are difficult. That is perspective and walls. So the synonyms, the things that we're going to be letting go of, are difficult, demanding, challenging, hard, tough, toilsome. So perhaps this code is coming as a direct result to provide us with the ease and ability to have the ambition and understanding, the allowance of letting this information flow to you without putting those, I like to tell my daughter when she gets frustrated with school, I say, put on your thinking cap, because it's a magical cap of allowance, right? It's not of force. It's not of trying. When you try, that is resistance. And so when you're forcing something into being, that is no way of going with the flow. That is not the path of least resistance. And so we need to take an approach of just ease and grace and understanding that we already have this information. We're just remembering it. So however that unfolds to you is perfect. Don't force it. Don't feel, definitely don't start feeding yourself, you know, negative false beliefs of I can't do it, it's too hard, I'll never get it, things like that. We don't want to reaffirm any of that. Simply shift your focus, and then this code, the love-based assisting frequency of ambitious, is going to give you the desire and determination to succeed. It's going to be aspiring. It's going to be committed. It's going to give you purpose. It's going to give you the hunger to have that power. It's going to give you enthusiasm. Okay, so these are some of the things that it's going to do for you. So super exciting. Let's go ahead and install it. And what we do is we put our left palm up, right hand on our heart chakra, and having the code open, right? So now we have it. It's ambitious, row 11. Here's the code. And guys, these codes are quantum essence information, right? There's no force. The same code would be used if you need less ambition for highest good as it would for ambition. So these are dynamic. This is why there is no side effects other than through processing. And we'll talk about that in a minute. Sometimes when you're letting go of damaging disruptions, you feel them on the way out, but rest assured it's not the actual code causing the symptoms. It is a release of the malignant energy, which was either directly causing the symptoms anyway, or manifesting as that. And so when you release, that's part of the 7 tools of restoration that Anahata Codes provide. You release and you can actually feel that sometimes. Not always. It's happening less and less with me with the processing because of all of the detoxing I've done over the years with all of this. And so ambitious. You left palm up, right hand on your heart chakra, and we're just going to breathe and install this code. And again, this information can be found in the free guide at www.anahatacodes.com, as well as a spreadsheet, all for free. All right, so here we go. Breathe. We ask for, accept, align with, and hold this Anahata Code. With gratitude, we attain the assisting frequency of the love-based emotion, ambition, 468296. 468296. 468296. 468296. 468296. 468296. 468296. Now both hands on your heart chakra and breathe with gratitude for this return to a memory of wholeness, to the ability to access the information we need to remind ourselves of our ability to activate ambition within our resonance. All right, so you can see my screen and it's on there still, and that is done. And we just say, it is so, and we're finished. So there you all are. I'm going to switch back to the live screen. I'm going to stop screen sharing so you could just see me. There we are. Okay, good. So let's go ahead and I'm going to hopefully see that this is still open. Yay, I can see the spreadsheet. Wonderful. So we are going to take a code request for Roxanne, and she has asked that we find an assisting frequency to assist in the pain behind her heart, in the middle of her back, and it's been there a long time. So Roxanne, could you message what is the pain level from 1 to 10? 10 being I can't stand it, I need to go to the hospital right now. 1 being it's bearable and barely noticeable. So where on the spectrum of pain between 1 and 10 are you at the moment? If you could type that in, that would be awesome. And then we will get to work finding a code for you. We'll install it, and we will see what the pain level is after we install it. Now, this is probably a very good person to have come forth for assistance because, and I'm just waiting for a minute for her to type in. I think there's a delay on what we can see. And so we'll be patient while she writes that. What I'm thinking is perhaps she has a block. Maybe. We don't know. We'll see. We'll do the assisting frequency, and if the pain level goes down instantaneously, then she definitely has activated the assistance. Okay, so it's at an 8 right now. Okay, so Roxanne, I'm just going to connect to your higher self. Do I have access to Roxanne's higher self? Okay, yes. And notice I'm not acting as proxy. I don't want to take on her energy fields. That's not what this is about. This is about me already being connected to her, asking for access to her higher self that has the answers. So this kind of is different also with energy modalities. You may have heard of acting as proxy. I do not do that. I don't do that. It's not necessary. We can ask their higher self without having to be in their energy matrix? And so she said yes. Her higher self said, sure, you can ask. And so now we just ask. And I'm going to go back to sharing my screen so you can really see what I'm doing here, okay? And do this for yourself at home. Okay, so share screen, share. Here we go, guys. All right, so we are going to, it's at an 8. What we do is we go all the way back to the tab matrix. We do not know what these categories are. And, you know, occasionally I'll mix them up so that we can really not know. Because you don't want to use your logical brain, you want to use muscle testing that has the answers. So given the information which Roxanne has given us regarding her source of pain, which is now at an 8. And guys, there is no wrong or right way of asking the question. Just flow with it. Whatever comes out will come out. The answer will be yes or no to the question you asked for. So if you get an answer you're not satisfied with, ask another question. And so I like the way this is going so far. Is there an assisting frequency for highest good, which will directly reduce the pain currently felt in the area? And that's a yes. Column A. We like column A today. Odd row. Row 1. Row 3. 5. So 3. So it was A3. And again, guys, I don't know what these categories are. So now we click on it. And she's asking for a totem frequency. Okay, so 9 through, and you just scroll all the way down, 9 through 187. And guys, don't look at what they are. You don't want to know. You don't want to have any mental capacity of determining what she should need, either by the name of it or the past understanding of the definition, etc. So all we need to know is the rows, that there are populated numbers, and that's 9 through 187. So now we just go ahead and see. 9 through 100, 9 through 50, 50 through 80, 50 through 60, 50 through 55, 50, 50. Okay, so she's asking for 50. And now you just scroll up and you find what it is that her body is asking for a resonance remembrance of in order to dynamically activate a healing response by having information that she has forgotten, which has affected her alignment. So crocodile, okay, this is what she's asked for, crocodile. So hopefully you can still see my screen. There are links. See, row 50, crocodile. There are links up here, helpful links. You see the spirit animal site. That's where I'm headed because it's the one that I choose to look at, you know, the most, that has given me the most information. Crocodile. We have no crocodile, but I do think crocodile and alligator are the same. Oh, there's crocodile. All right, here we go. So this is what she's going to have access to. And guys, keep in mind, when you are understanding the code that you requested, there is a huge aha in the reflecting of what it is you now have access to in terms of what it was that you weren't in touch with. What do you need? What have you forgotten? What is it about this that is going to heal the issue that has manifested as pain in her back behind her heart? And it is, the message is, you have an opportunity to develop new wisdom, but should be very careful that that wisdom does not consume you. Study each bit of knowledge carefully before going into the next. You may have forgotten to integrate something. So look for an opportunity to ingest new knowledge and wisdom. This totem contains all the unbridled creative forces of the world, and the fury and ferocity of primal energies. It is the keeper and protector of all knowledge. Know that this is the beginning of a new period of growth and regeneration. Use breathing techniques to keep yourself balanced during this time of change and to give yourself time to integrate all the changes you are making in your life. Patience is key at the moment. You have a gift, and then I don't really usually read the if this is your totem, because chances are it's not Roxanne's totem. This is just what she's calling upon. And so then I like to scroll down and read all of the keywords. Again, this is dynamically adjusted depending on what you need, and your body already knows what you need. So it knows what's imbalanced. So it's going to use these descriptive words as dynamically to determine if you have too much or too little, and to give you access to the remembrance of any of these that you need more of or less of. So maternal protection, connection to Mother Earth, revenge through patience, understanding ancient knowledge, rough, stern, stealthy, basic survival, the ancient one of the swamp, that's hilarious, fear, time, magic, honor, speed, strength, instinct, cunning, bravery, efficiency, resilience, solar power, birth or creation, dependability, indestructibility, emotional depth, primal and ancient power. So there were a few things on here that I could see if and now I'm just going to ask, oh darn, there's interference. Hopefully you guys can hear me now, and hopefully this recorded. So Roxanne, did any of the keywords or descriptions resonate with what you may need on a conscious level? So is any of those things that I mentioned, like, oh, yep, I know I need that, or I'm in that situation, or anything about the power you'll have access to, the balancing information? Did any of that support you or resonate with you as to what you'll have access to? I don't know, Roxanne, if you are an energy healer. It could be that you are on a path of awakening and you're not taking time to integrate it into your source, into who you really are, and you're just taking on all of this information and not allowing your time to yourself to digest it. And so it's manifesting as a pain, because you guys, with Ascension, you really need to be ready for that next layer. Otherwise, the high vibes can actually feel painful. And so it's all part of the integration, detoxing, empowerment as you evolve type of thing. So I don't know if any of those keywords helped you, but this is what's going to help your heart pain. So through the assisting frequency of Crocodile. All right, so we're going to, and again, this is alligator or crocodile. So you have an opportunity, but should be careful that the wisdom is not consuming you. So study a bit of it and then integrate it. Or have you forgotten to integrate something? It could even be, if she's an energy healer, she forgot to unattach to someone. Like literally all of these things that are happening in a live session are divinely orchestrated. It could be that she has a block that she hasn't allowed. There's a lot of things, but this code, this alligator or crocodile totem animal medicine code, is going to allow her the access to the things she needs to remember on all layers, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, to unlock her ease and to reflect, to release, to rewire, to replenish, to resonate, reunite, and rejoice. Those are the 7 tools of restoration which the Anahata Codes deliver. And so very, very interesting. We will see. Okay, so she says she feels unsupported. And guys, if you noticed down here, this is a connection to Mother Earth. That and basic survival, right? If you're feeling unsupported, you don't feel connected, you don't feel nurtured, you feel fearful, you are kind of out there on your own. Separation is obvious. Dependability, I see here, another word. Can she depend on people? She's not feeling that. She's not feeling that she can depend on people. And this is going to give her access to superseding the people that are contributing to her disease and going straight to the source, straight to reconnecting with her inner being, okay, which is of love and light. So unconditional love of self through connection to the Mother Earth. Guys, it's very, very important that we practice grounding with our earth changing so quickly. It is kind of like it'll ease the bumps of turbulence if we connect to nature, because it's already in the now. It's not in the past, it's not in the future. It is acutely aware and okay with everything that's happening right now. So it's kind of like a lifeline of energy to tell you you're okay, you're supported, you're connected, you are indestructible, right? I'm reading some of these words. You are brave, you have strength, letting go of fear, having protection, having a connection, feeling like you belong, feeling that you are well loved and taken care of. And so I absolutely see why she chose this assisting frequency of alligator, and also how this code is going to dissipate her pain. So let's go ahead and install it. So now we go down. I forgot what row it's on. 50, there we go. So I have it open, left palm up, right hand on your heart chakra, guys, if you feel you need this, and why wouldn't you? It does so dynamically, so any of those things that you need amplification or toning down of, it will do so. So left palm up, right hand on your heart chakra. We ask for, accept, align with, and hold this Anahata code. With gratitude, we attain the assisting frequency of the totem animal medicine, Crocodile. 928-327-928-276. 928-327-928-276. 928-327-928-276. 928-327-928-276. 928-327-928-276. 928-327-928-276. 928-327-928-276. Now both hands on your heart and breathe with gratitude. It is so. So now we have access to this resonance remembrance of all that is for highest good about Crocodile. So I'd like you to breathe and move around a little bit, and then just go ahead and tell us when you can if there is an immediate improvement. You were at number 8, and now where are you? How do you feel here? And we'll just wait for that to come in. And guys, as we do so, I started a couple minutes late, so we are going to go to like 3 or 4 past the hour. So we will be going for another 5 or 6 minutes, because I do want to show you this new portion of the spreadsheet once Roxanne replies with how she's feeling now, because there are, as I said, many reasons why we are not activating the codes. And I'll walk you through this And then after we wrap up, I will update the spreadsheet everywhere so that you may download the most recent copy, which includes the information we're about to go over. So we'll see. We'll check in on Roxanne here in a little bit, in a second, before we wrap up. But I want to show you guys, and you're still good. You're still looking at my screen. I want to show you under the spreadsheet matrix of categories, the 24 categories. It says, need help activating the assisting frequencies? Scroll down. Okay, so this is what we're doing. And of course, you guys, here are the populated categories. And again, we don't recommend that you go straight to where you think you need, and instead you go to where you know your higher self needs, and you don't go symptom chasing. So what to do if you or someone isn't seeing the results? So you muscle test. Before using the ability block, which is here, muscle test to see if there is a block. Okay, so is there a reason I can't activate the Anahata Codes? Yes or no? Guys, again, you need to set your sacred space. You need to be hydrated, aligned, grounded. And then ask, is there a reason I can't activate the Anahata Codes? If yes, proceed to the ability block section. If no, you may be experiencing processing, guys, which makes you feel like nothing's getting better, but you need to start rejoicing in your healing and perhaps ask for a code to assist you in that processing. The ability blocks, if you do really have a block, there are many reasons, right, why you or the person you're helping may be unable to activate a healing response using the codes. Again, there is no force. It is simply quantum information defining the essence you need to harness, which you already have connection to balance. So if you heal, it is because you activate a healing response. And again, all healing is a return to the memory of wholeness. You may have blocks to accessing that memory. And so this will help you to heal the blocks. So we're going to use this matrix to determine the type of block and its potential remedy. 1, 2, 3, or 4. So you muscle test. Which category holds the type of block? Or the person, the type of block that I or the person am experiencing. And then we'll scroll down to reveal the category, 1, 2, 3, or 4. So let me first see potentially if Roseanne has a block and she has not, darn, she hasn't said anything. Maybe I'll close that and open it in a new window again. Maybe she'll be there. Nope, I don't see anything new. So that's okay, no problem. So you know what, I'm still connected to her higher self, and we're going to proceed on with this quick exercise. So is there a reason she can't activate the Anahata code? No, so she's fine, good, she's good, she's got it, and we're no longer talking about her. So she's fine, and probably is experiencing a tremendous reduction in pain. We'll see once we can hear her, if at all. And if alternatively she is still in pain, you guys, physicality is vibration from the past. Things don't poof into being usually unless you totally allow. So it could be a couple days before she's like, wow, I feel so much better, and that's okay. There is no timeline in terms of manifestation, because the things that you are hoping for, you must align with first, and you can do so instantly, or it can be a progression of over a few days. Anyway, enough of that. So the ability block, which category, right? So you ask, which category is the block? And then you scroll down, and this is hidden again, so you can't predetermine yourself. And there's a physical type of block, mental type of block, emotional type of block, or spiritual. And as you can see for each category, so let's say it was a physical block, you scroll down and you see there are many physical reasons why we can't activate a code. Muscle test to see which one it is that you need to remedy, then scroll down for a comprehensive key. So you'd simply ask, okay, now that I know it's a physical block, is the what do I call them? Block source in column A1, A2, A3, B1, 2, or 3, C1, C2, or C3. And let's just pretend it is C2. So then you would scroll down and go to C2, meditation. So this calls for more meditation to allow yourself to activate the healing response. Does that make sense? We're going to fill this out, flesh this out. Right now, there's, for spiritual, there's not as many. If you find any that you need, let me know. So far we have physical blocks, including they need the holding code, okay? And that is, I'm going to type in the holding code itself. And so then you would install the holding code, and they're just having issues holding on to the code is basically what it is. It's just leaving their energy. There's no boundary to hold it in. The rest are self-explanatory, but I am going to have a glossary of terms at the bottom. So it could be that they are blocked because they need to be more grounded. They need more restful sleep. They need nutritional requirements. They need movement and exercise. They need protection. They need mindfulness. They need meditation, or they need stress processing. Those are physical blocks which you can remedy with the codes. Alternatively, for mental blocks, it could be they are in victimhood. They're unaware of their power. They've given it away. They have disbeliefs, which they need to remedy. They have societal norms affecting their ability to activate a code. They have brainwashing. Guys, this is so very common. We've been under a huge movement of brainwashing from the powers that be who don't want us to have our power. Mental looping. This is where you can't stop thinking about those thoughts that you keep thinking that keep on creating the very situation you want to stay out of. And then we have emotional blocks, past emotional trauma, inherited emotional energies, an impaired focus, which means you're vibrating so strongly with the fear-based frequency that's preventing you from activating response. You have an impaired focus emotionally, which needs to be addressed. And then fear. Fear is got a lot of facets to it, but it is a powerful block in itself, which would prevent you from activating a code fully. Then we have spiritual blocks, religious beliefs, religious disbeliefs, an entity, or karma. Okay, so guys, this glossary, you'll be able to scroll down and read about each one. It's not there yet. I just came up with this today. So then, once you find what you need, in this case, we said meditation. You formulate your final block assistance in a question, okay? So for each block in your ability to activate the code or the person you're helping, you can ask for an assisting frequency for highest good, which will put to work one or more of the 7 tools of restoration, which I told you, and they are listed here before earlier. So this is a great way to help you formulate the final question to ask, which will result in the perfect code coming forth to assist with healing the block. So you can formulate your question this way. For highest good, is there a tool best suited to define the type of assistance needed for my physical block? Was it a physical block? Yes, it was physical. For my physical block. Is it reflecting? Is it releasing, rewiring, replenishment, resonation, reunification, or rejoicing? So you check all that apply. And this is the final step, guys, using the tools that you just check marked. So let's say for meditation, she needs to reflect and reunify, okay? You would say, is there an assisting frequency for highest good, which will facilitate reunification and reflection, and thereby assist in healing my inability to meditate or my block to activating healing responses due to my lack of meditation, or whatever you want to say. But here's how you phrase the question. And then, guys, the final step, and then we'll let you go. If it's yes, yes, there is, in fact. Because, guys, the art is in the asking. the art of getting the code you need is in the question you ask. If you say, is there an assisting frequency for highest good today? It could be addressing anything, conscious or unconscious. And absolutely, it will be beneficial, but will you integrate it fully and activate it fully because you're not aware of what it's doing? Probably not. And so the more specific you can get, the better. In this case, we just found that she has a block in physically being able, not her, this is whoever, it's not actually Roseanne that we were talking to, it's a fictitious hypothesis. So this fictitious person did have a block, and it was because physically they weren't meditating enough. So which code is going to assist them in doing so? And the tools that they said they needed is reflection and reunification. And so is there an assisting frequency which will facilitate reunification and reflection in order to release the physical block associated with not meditating? See how specific that question is and how awesome it is? And if that is what's standing between you and activating codes, absolutely do it. So that's where you would scroll to the top and find A, B, C, row 1 through 8, and you continue on as you normally would that we did at the beginning, the same way we did at the beginning, to find a code and you install it. Now guys, if it's a no, you can muscle test. Sometimes there is not an assisting frequency that's going to do it, because guys, it's kind of chicken before the egg. If they can't activate the code, how are they going to do that, right? I highly recommend elixirs. So this is pasting the code onto paper, writing the code with love and gratitude on a piece of paper and facing it inwards and charging water. The water will take about 6 hours to hold the code, at which point you just keep drinking this water that's infused with the code you have installed, and that is going to bring about what's called resonation. All right, so again, tons of information in this hour, and we're going over by a couple minutes, but we're about to be done. And I just want to say, if indeed it's a no, there is no assisting frequency right now, you may need external assistance in dealing with that block. And in this case, it's all about meditation. So this person, this fictitious person, knows that they need more meditation. So they may need to look externally and find a good way for them to be able to start integrating meditation into their physical life so that they can unlock the powers of the Anahata Codes. Okay? There you are, my friends. Hopefully this has been a productive session for you. And great. So she says, yes, it's already different. Pain is significantly less. Woo, woo. Nice. So exciting. All right. Beautiful. So good. Awesome. I'm excited. Guys, I will continue on here chatting with you for a few more minutes before it disappears. But to everyone else, I want to bid you a fond adieu. I love you all. You are in my heart. You are in my prayers. You are part of me. Thank you for what you're doing to work on yourself so that the world heals. I have goosebumps right now because I know so many of you on this call are emerging and getting that inner desire to take control. And it's funny, it's not a control thing, it's an allowance. So control is the wrong word, but you are stepping into your power. You are empowering yourself to change, to choose love in every instance, every thought, every vibration, and aligning with what you want more of. You are co-creating the world around us. It is shifting into a paradise right before our eyes. And thank you, thank you, thank you for doing your part in that. I love you guys, and we'll see you all next week. I'm going to continue chatting with you, I hope, for a few more minutes, and God bless you all. We'll talk next week. Bye-bye.